Howdy folks, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and it is day 22, I think it's day 22 of the April Carnivore Challenge that we're doing here on Big Anklevich on Health. Marshall Latham and I are supporting each other in this. Marshall's doing carnivore. I am doing lion diet, a ground beef only lion diet, and one of the things I've been doing special this month is walking every day. Yesterday I got 17,000 steps. It's funny because several times in the last week I've gotten like 16,970 or something like that, just like so close to 17,000. And I kept seeing that the next day and just being like, why? If only I'd known, I would have walked another 20 steps so that I could get all the way over. That's worth it. Well, last night I actually did that. I just happened to pull up my phone as I was getting into bed, and I looked at my steps, and it said that I was at 16,962, I think it was. And I said, oh, I only need like 40 steps. And so I got out of bed and I just walked in a circle around my house and then got back in bed. And that was that. And I thought, okay, that's gonna work. And it did. 17,030 or whatever is what I wound up with. So it worked out. I got that big number that I love. This morning I got up and I had myself some meat. That's right, I eat meat. I had 2 pounds of ground beef. First pound I had just as a bowl of, mixed up ground beef, scrambled ground beef. Browned ground beef, I don't know what you call it. Just cooked ground beef. Anyways. I had that way, and then later on I had just kind of like a big hamburger, although my hamburger was a little less solid today because it kind of fell apart on me a little. There's pieces instead of one giant hamburger, but either way it was super good. Either way that I ate it, it was yummy. And it's interesting doing this. It really is starting to, I think, break that kind of feeling that you have where you have to be entertained by your food. So many people put so much effort into being entertained by their food. They can't just eat something. They gotta make it an event every freaking meal and stuff like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why, we are a little bit the way we are, that we're all, so into food now that you can't just eat something. You got to make it this production. It becomes a big feast. You eat way more than you should. You eat stuff that you shouldn't, etc., etc. And we're all fat and unhealthy and feeling terrible and miserable our whole lives. And I want to see if I can break that. I don't want to be that way for the rest of my life, however long or short it may turn out to be. And this feels like a good way to do that. I don't have a choice. I don't have endless options. I don't, I can't just be like, oh, what am I going to do with my special carnivore meal today? No, it's just ground beef. I'm just going to cook it up and eat it and be done. And that's it. It's not going to be this amazing experience. It's just going to be food, and it's going to taste great when I eat it. And then beyond that, I'm not going to care. I have the fuel that I need to get through the day, and that's what I do. That's kind of the idea, I guess, behind this. I don't know. I really, wanted to lock things down a little bit because I kept, easily giving up and trying something that I shouldn't. Eating foods that I shouldn't. I was saying I was doing lion diet, and then I was eating cheese like every freaking day. So I think that's made a difference. I have been saying that my plan is to check once this month is over and try just a week of eating regular carnivore, but sticking to my calories, that I'm allowed, my TDEE, and see if I still lose weight the same way doing that, or if it matters which food I eat and I worry a little bit. Allowing myself to open back up is going to cause me to go back to eating things that I shouldn't again. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, it'll only be a 1 week thing tops, maybe even less. I guess we'll see. If I eat one day and all of a sudden, boom, I just blow up immediately, then I'll be like, okay, I guess I'll go back to just ground beef. But I don't want to eat ground beef for the rest of my life. I want to be able to eat other things. We have a bunch of food that I've been saving for when the month is over. I put it all out in the freezer. I got some brisket and some turkey and stuff like that. I want to be able to eat that too. I don't want to have to always eat ground beef, but maybe it's just a sacrifice that you make, you know? You got a year of eating just ground beef until you get to where you're supposed to be. I don't know. Probably not. Anyways, I've been going on for way too long. I'm sorry, this video is not supposed to be that long. Let's head over and see what Marshall's got going on.
Hey, it's day 22, and I am here to report. So I had another egg bake for breakfast in the morning, and then later on in the day, I had some taco meat and some cheese and a little bit of sour cream. Had a big meal of that for lunch, and then I got home from dinner. I had some chicken strips, some not breaded, just straight chicken strips. And I haven't had hardly any chicken on this time doing carnivore. I just don't eat a lot of it. And it doesn't have a lot of fat in it, so it's not really recommended that much. But I figured it's fine every once in a while to have some chicken. So I did. I had chicken with some more sour cream, but I didn't have cheese on this. But it was good, it tasted good, and that's about all I had. So that's it for the day.
All right, there you go. Nice work, Marshall. Thank you so much for that. We're cruising into the end of the month. It's going to be great. We're going to win. We're going to win. All right, we'll see you next time on Big Anklevich on Health.